Hello everybody, welcome to Foodie Fitness. Tonight we are finishing up the turkey that we made for Thanksgiving that turned out really good. Hope you got to see the video on how to cook it in the grocery bag. And I've got some roasted vegetables here that I've already cut up about the same size. I've got some new potatoes, parsnips, sweet potatoes, some carrots and celery, purple onion, and some beets. And what I'm going to do is drizzle down some olive oil. I've already heated the oven up to 425. I'm trying to make a really hearty, healthy soup as it's starting to get cold, and it's always, you know, great vitamins, and just a great meal to come home to on a cold night. And if you're busy throughout the day like I was, and the reason these are already cut is I went ahead and in between calls or whatever, emails, I came over and cut the vegetables and got them all ready. So I'm going to get everything nice and so it doesn't burn in there. Then we're going to take a little bit of salt, and I only use sea salt. So this is a really nice little bit of salt. Sprinkle it on top of the vegetables. And then a little bit of pepper. And I've also added 2 cloves per each tray. Well, a smashed clove of garlic. You know, to kind of give that a little bit of a nice flavor. We're going to use these vegetables in the stew, but I used to just add them in and cook them, but after I tasted roasted vegetables, it just adds so much more flavor. And if you got to cook it a little bit of time anyway, I don't understand why you wouldn't want really, really great flavor. So anyway, I'm going to put these in the oven. And they're going to be in for about 45 minutes. 45 minutes, an hour tops. But 45 minutes I would check them. And since it is 5 o'clock our Texas time, I'll be pulling those out at 5:45. Now I think I told you about this when I was doing the turkey in a bag. This is fabulous, this Lysol deal where you put your hand underneath it and it puts out a little bit of soap. So then you don't have to worry about cross-contamination, which I just think is a fabulous idea. So anyway, I'm going to get my hands rinsed off and dried, and we're going to start the turkey because I'm going to cook some of the meat off the bone, and I don't want to have to worry about the cleanup, so I'm going to do it in a soup stock, and I want to show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, good enough. Here's my trusty turkey. So in your big soup pan, I'm going to go ahead, and I had a leftover cup of low sodium chicken free range stock, so I'm going to just go ahead and put that in there to use it up out of my refrigerator. And then I'm going to mix mine a little bit. I've got a chicken and a vegetable, and I'm going to use both 4 cups of each, and I've shaken that up a little bit. And since there's so many vegetables and there's some nice meat, you're going to need at least 8 to 9 cups of broth. So you get that in there. So that it's more like a stew than it would be a turkey soup. It's just going to be so tasty. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. And again, just the vegetables are just going to add so much flavor to it. And then the other one, as I said, is the vegetable. So we're adding that in here. Okay. So in this soup stock, in the soup, first, I'm going to put in, move this over so I don't spill it all over the place. Let's get our meat out. So we go ahead and pour it out on the cutting board. This is the cutting board I use, and I'm going to clean it real good in the soap and water. It's not, but I had some gizzards and things like that, which I don't want in the soup, but I do want the regular meat, so I'm going to separate what I can. And you don't have to cut it, just put it in because it'll fall off the bone as it gets cooking anyway. So just go ahead and put that in there and add that in there. Now there was some onion left in this and a little bit of carrot. So I'm not really going to add any more onion to it because I want to use the aromatics of the one that's in the oven. But I'm going to leave what's in here because I'm going to add that to the soup sack so that you can see what I'm talking about. The wings, I'm going to pull some of the meat off, but I'm going to leave some of it in on the bone so that I can put it in the stock as well and place it over here. It's on the wing, so to go ahead and add just like that into the broth. and any of the skins that you have left, anything like that, that you probably don't want. You want the flavor, but you don't want in your soup, because nobody wants a big hunk of skin in their soup. That's just not tasty. I don't think. It kind of gives it a weird feeling in your mouth. So anyway, here goes some dark pieces on the leg that I want in there. And I had a smaller turkey this year, so I didn't have a lot left, but I have plenty for the soup, and I think it's what most people use in theirs. Anyway, so put that in there. Nice, nice, nice. And then we're going to go ahead and set that aside. Pull off this portion of the fat on this drumstick and just go ahead and there we go. So I think that's all the meat we're going to be able to really get, and then we're going to put the rest in the soup sock. Now I got this exactly what they're called. I got them at the local grocery store. I'm going to add all this extra stuff that's in here on the cutting board. There's some gizzard left and some pieces like that. The skin, there was some leftover carrot and onion, and then I'm going to add in here the bones that we just had. All that right there, and all that right there. Just pack it up good. Some jumped in my oven. And then there's some, these are some pieces of the celery tops and that I cleaned off that I really wouldn't, you didn't really want in your actual roast, but you want some flavors in this. So it's almost like you're going to make a little bit of a stock, but you're not. But, you know, just add some extra flavor, because you're going to cook the lentils in here in a little bit that we're adding to that. And so I'm going to add some herb, but let me clean my hands again. Just love this machine. You get a really good deal. Really, really nice. I can't tell you. I'm telling you, for cooks, and if you're as weird as I am about touching things and the kitchen and cross-contaminating, this is a great idea. Now, what I cleaned up my hands for is, what I'm going to add in there is some parsley, Italian parsley I'm adding in there, and a little bit of tarragon that I have pulled aside. You just want to get, you know, a couple of sprigs of the tarragon and a nice little piece of this. I'm going to put one little leaf of sage in there, and then I'm going to get one bay leaf out. Well, that was kind of a corroded bay leaf. Let's go with that, yeah. This will really give us some extra wow factor flavor in our soup. We'll put that in there. And then the very last thing we're putting in our sock, that it's going to be some garlics, and all I'm going to do is smash them like that. Pull a little bit of the skin off. Doesn't have to be pretty, because they're going to go in the sock for flavor. And then I'm going to start this simmering. And then what I'm going to do is, well, heck, that didn't mash very good. I'm going to get back on and let you see when I get ready to add the lentils. I'm going to let this simmer probably about 30-40 minutes. And then I'm going to add the lentils into it, and then I'll add the vegetables into it. So as you can see, this is a good project to have pre-cut and ready to go. Because then all you're doing at that point is cooking and assembling. Talk to you soon. I'm sorry, I forgot to say this one part, and I didn't want you to be confused as to what to do with the sock. All I did was I just pulled it up and tied a slight knot into it, and then I'm laying it flat on top of the other meat in the broth, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a lid on it and simmer it. Anyway, just so you understand what I'm doing, I'll be back with you soon.